Hello friends, and welcome to the Gregory Gardens YouTube page. Today we are going to review the Red Mountain Valley 23 quart aluminum pressure cooker. It is item 2A-OC086. It is made in China, and it is currently found, at least I found it, at Rural King for a pretty good price. It was on sale, I think. So I'm going to try to make this a no-nonsense, quick, and to-the-point review. So let's get to it. Hello, folks. It's Chris. Grayson isn't here right now. Just dropped him off at school. But I wanted to do a quick review on this. As I mentioned before, this is Gregory Gardens' YouTube page. We are turning our entire front yard into a massive vegetable garden this year. And I wanted to start learning how to cook some of this stuff. So I'm getting things like this to try to expand my abilities. But it'd be cool if you subscribed, followed our page, gave us a thumbs up, and left a comment for Grayson. Tell him that you miss him while he's at school. But, so, this pressure cooker here. Alright, number one, it is not a pressure canner. Don't get your hopes up thinking you're going to get an affordable pressure canner. It is a pressure cooker. And I will show you why later in the video. But first of all, so it's got this gauge on top. That's going to be the first thing that makes you think it's a pressure canner. This gauge goes up to 27 pounds before it goes into the red. And then the red reads up to 30 pounds. So it's pretty good, pretty powerful gauge up here. Then it has a little steam release valve up here. But it shuts off once it gets warmed up and wet. There is a pressure release, a red pressure release valve back here, which once the pressure gets up too high, it automatically blows out of the side. There's these little perforated holes on the side that it will blow out of. Along with those, there are two weighted valves on either side. So you have these little miniature pipes, I guess, coming out of the top sides. And if the pressure gets too high, what it does is push these up just a little bit, and the pressure will release. So there is no way this thing can blow up, explode, or nothing like that. You cannot build up enough pressure to blow this thing up, because this back here releases on its own, and these two side pressure weighted deals, they will lift up on their own. And I'm going to show you here once I put it on the oven and put it to use. But real quick, I'm going to put this on the scale and let me show you how much these weigh. This here is my handy dandy scale. I can tear it out. I can hold the weight, or I turn it on and off. And then there's a little button over here that switches it from grams to pounds, ounces, kilograms, pounds, or just plain ounces. So right now, the little dot is next to grams. So take one of these, put it up there. 112 grams. Now, the other one, it's 112 grams as well. So, I'm going to click this and change it down to ounces. I don't think the other ones really matter too much. But one of them, it's only 4 ounces. And the other one, let me tap it, 3.9 ounces for that one. So, right there, these are pretty light in comparison to some of the pressure canner weights. So, next, I'm going to slap this beast on the oven, show you what's up. Real quick, before I put it on the oven, I wanted to point this out. So, This right here, if I can get the light just right, it says close to the left and open to the right. So you can see this divot right here. There is a little square, a little drop right there. So when the pressure builds high, that moves over and locks the lid so that it can't be twisted back while there is pressure in there. So try to slide it sideways. Won't slide sideways. What you got to do, get it just the right spot and then press down and listen. Let me get up above it. Do you hear that little sigh of pressure? Maybe hit the release valve. There we go. So once it's compressed like that, and I'm not going to be able to do this while I'm holding the camera too, but while you have it compressed like that, then you can, it's fast enough to make it happen. Then you can twist it sideways, but you have to press it down because there is a, let me show you the rubber seal in there real quick. So there is a rubber compression seal right there. So you just press it down. While it's pressed down, give it a twist and it will lock into position. Took me a minute to figure that out. Okay, so got her on the oven. Got some flame on the bottom side. Per the directions on the first time use, you fill it up about 50% full of water. It says to never go above 2/3 water. And try to keep a max of half water at the most. And let it sit under high flame for about 10 minutes. During that time, you can, per the directions, take some Crisco or vegetable oil or olive oil. Come around here with the seal. It says to give it a layer of, I don't know, help extend the life, but that's what the directions say. So, clock says 10:18. It has been in here for a few minutes now. So I'm going to come back when the clock says 10:25. Just got the lid back on about a minute ago. It says to leave the pressure release valve up and do not put the weights on until steam starts to escape. So 10:28 at the moment. I will turn the camera back on once steam starts escaping and show you what's happening. Clock says 10:31. I don't know if you can see this, but we got a little bit of a spittle coming out of that one. And there's another release right here. And maybe you can see some of the steam coming out of that. Yeah. But we're going to let it start steaming up a little bit more than this before we put the weights on. Alright, so it is 10:35 a.m. We've got steam coming out of here. Oh, this one just shut off. What kind of luck is that? So I guess this one shuts off when it gets to a certain PSI. Got steam flying out of there. We got steam coming out of the back. We're going to go ahead and shut that off. And we're going to put the weights. Oh, goodness, that was hot right off the bat. Holy smokes. Alright, so the weights are on. Back valve is shut. Whew. Back valve is already whistling on us. But maybe it'll shut like the one in the front did. Maybe it'll seal itself shut. 10:35. Let's see what kind of pressure we build. It is 10:40. You can see a little bit of water leaks out there and immediately boils off. Some steam's coming out. Let's see. That one had a little bit of water a minute ago, but it is okay now. And we are up to 5 psi. It is just turned 10:43, and we have a pressure leak on the back. It is about 7.5 pounds pressure. If I push it down, it's okay. Okay, so I had to push it back down, and it is sealed up for the moment. 10:45. This guy right here is dancing for me, leaking a fair amount of steam. This one over here is leaking steam too, but let's see what I can do about this. If I push it down with my finger, it's okay, but it seems like it is not heavy enough to hold the steam in. If I push this one down, stops the steam as well. But aside from that, it is not heavy enough to contain the steam. We are at 9 psi. It is now 10:52 a.m. This weight over here, it's steady dancing. This one over here, it's leaking steam. Whew, steamy. And we're holding at about 9 pounds pressure. So I don't think it's going to raise up anymore, being that it's been about 8 minutes at 9 pounds pressure here, and this thing is steady dancing and leaking. Now this is the third time that I have tried this, so with this specific one, I'm going to go ahead and call it, say 9 pounds is the maximum that this thing is going to reach with these weights. Okay, so cooker's downstairs. It is on the oven. I left the weights on. I didn't pull the release valve. I'm letting it cool off on its own. So the directions say that operating temperature pressure should be between 0 and 80 kPa, and that translates into 11.6 something psi, where you saw it only got up to 9 psi. That's the third time I tried to get the pressure up. Didn't happen. So took a closer look at the box. Nowhere on the box does it say that it's supposed to operate under 11.6 psi. Even the directions say if it gets between 11 or gets between 80 kPa and 160 kPa, which is around 23 psi, that's too much, but it's not even getting that much pressure. So then I got on the website to look again to see if maybe it gave the pressure range on there. No mention of the pressure range. Now this video, you can see when it's posted, but I did this review and test on January 27th, 2021. And I have, and the website or the box does not say the operating pounds per square inch. So I had no idea. Obviously I'm going to return this because I feel like it's not doing what it's supposed to do. I did check out some of the reviews a few minutes ago before coming upstairs, turning the camera back on for this. And a lot of other people are saying that theirs only went up to around 10 psi as well. So there we have it. If you want to watch me and my son create this garden out front, turn the front yard into a garden, subscribe to the page. If this video helped you out on the purchase of one of these, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, tell me how your one of your most favorite pressure cooker recipes, so when I get my next one, I can give it a shot. And remember, grow it all, baby doll. Catch you later.